Hi, it's Kate, and I am totally obsessed with bags. I'm also totally obsessed with dogs, and I have all five of my posse here with me today. Pepita the Frenchie, Coco the Shih Tzu, Carmelita and Chalupa, my bulldogs, and then Zuka the Labradoodle. So we will see how far they let me get into this unboxing for you guys and how much they want to help me out with this. So today, per usual, I have a box to unbox from The Real Real. Let's get into it. Brought to us by our friends at UPS. Not exactly sure what this is. It is either, I think it's a Bottega bag. Yes, that is my guess. I don't think it's a Dior. I think it's a Bottega bag. Pepita agrees. First glimpse, we have the Real Real dust cover, so no big reveal yet. Still cannot tell. Now I can feel the bag, so I know. Now I can feel the texture of the bag, so I know that this is the Bottega, and I am very excited about this. Hey, no. And I am very excited about this bag. I'll show you my other Bottega in a little bit. I had never purchased a Bottega, didn't have a whole lot of interest, to be honest. And then all of a sudden, just like that, my interest peaked. I bought two. I have loved my first one, and I'm excited to open this one, which is a different style. And I'm already on the lookout for my third. So not too shocking. So this did not come with any of the Bottega swag. At least I don't think it did. We'll see what is inside this bag, this dust cover. Opening it up for you guys. Ooh. It's so pretty. First glimpse, and here we have the unveiling of this absolutely gorgeous bag. So it has the big, chunky handle chain, which I'm a fan of, the longer shoulder strap here. I'll give you a better view in just a moment. And then the really big, pillowy, quilted leather. While I have you guys on this view, I will just open this up for you. So a smaller bag, obviously, like an evening bag, not a tote, and has a divider in the middle to help organize. But we will get to all of that in just a moment. So here we have this. This is very, very pretty. A little Chanel-esque, but not overly so. Pepita, no, no. Not overly so. And I tend to be, well, let's just call it how it is. I tend to be a little bit of a snob when it comes to Chanel. And I don't like bags that look too much like a Chanel, because then my attitude is, if you want to look like a Chanel, just get a Chanel, and don't get a bag that is trying too hard to be Chanel. And this does have a quilted leather, and it also has the chain, But I'm going to get a bag, my bag that's somewhat similar to this by Chanel, and you'll see that they are in fact very different. But I am really liking this look. Yes, I'm in my gym clothes, but I am going to a party later, and I think I am going to bring this. Unlike a Chanel bag, you can't adjust the chain here. So you really have these two options. You can hold it by the smaller chain and have the longer chain dangle down, which is cute. Or you have the bigger, longer chain here, which also looks great. You could even wear it crossbody. I don't like wearing my bags crossbody. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll change. I guess if I were traveling and going through the airport and needed my hands free or was carrying other pieces of luggage, this could be handy, or I guess no handy, but it's not something that I generally try to make sure is going to work for me with a bag. It's generally a non-issue. Real quick, let me show you what will slide into this. Again, this is not going to be a daytime bag, at least. You could use it during the day. You could certainly use it to lunch, or if you're going to go do something nice during the day. But it's not going to have the same functionality as one of my Christian Dior Delight bags, or even a Speedy that's a little bigger. Generally, I prefer this size of bag for during the day because it can obviously hold a lot more. So it can hold, yes, it can hold my sunglasses, it can hold a monster, definitely hold my phone and a charger and all sorts of things. And this bag is not going to fit that much. And it doesn't even really matter because this to me is an evening bag. Now this leather is soft. I could see it getting scratched, which is one reason why I'm glad that I bought it vintage. I bought it secondhand in a very good condition, but I'm not going to be as paranoid about getting it scratched as I would be if I had bought it brand new. I'm going to put my wallet in, taking that out of here. Let's see, what else would I need? A lip gloss, of course. Here's my phone and my earbuds. And I was not strategic about this at all. But this stuff obviously fits without a problem. And sometimes because I have the big phone, it can be a little bit tricky with a nicer evening bag getting one that will fit my phone. But this fits it fine. And there is room in there. Let's see, what else can I throw in there? Here's a charger. I will put that in as well to showcase that it can hold more in it. Has a cute closure right here where you slide the clasp down onto it. And then here it is. In fact, now I have this bag. Now I have this bag totally packed for tonight with what I would need in it. All right. I am going to go get a couple bags to show you, in addition to comparing it to the Dior, which I just did. Please hold. These are the two bags that I want to show you to compare with my new bag. This is a Chanel boy bag. This has the caviar leather, gold hardware, half leather, half gold chain. So comparing these two bags, they're actually very similar in size because of this rather bulky pillowed leather. I think they look pretty similar. This one might look a little bit bigger. It also might hold slightly less, but they're comparable in size. They have chains, but you can see They both have gold chains, but as you can see, it is a very different look, or at least a somewhat different look, having the Chanel with the more classic, elegant strap or chain, and then having the Bottega, which has the chunky statement chain. So for me, this is more of a statement piece. This is a little bit more trendy. This is one of my all-time favorite bags. I love the caviar leather for all of the reasons why I mentioned that this might get easily scratched. The soft leather without any texture, especially, or without the caviar, if it's not patent, if it's just a smooth leather, the scratching, it does make me a little bit nervous. You just have to know that you're probably going to ding it up a little bit. Whereas with the caviar leather or with patent, you're really not going to. This bag does have the perk of being able to hold the handle like this. You guys know that I love a top handle bag, so I'm liking this style. Where in order to do that look with the Chanel, you need to, oh, and in fact, with this one, you can't. With the classic flap bag, you can tie the chain underneath. I've shown you guys that in a different video, but this, you're either going to be having it with the strap double looped or with it longer. One thing about the Chanel boy bag is that you can adjust slightly the length of this strap. And because you have the two options of looping it double over your shoulder or single, you do have a couple options as a little bit more versatility as far as how long the bag is and where it's hitting you in your body. Whereas with this bag, you can carry it obviously as a top handle bag. I can't get this over my shoulder. You could certainly carry it over your wrist, but as far as carrying it over your shoulder, you are really only going to have one option in length. I want to show you the other Bottega bag that I got, which actually has a different look. It is black as well. It is this mini Jodie hobo style bag. Again, a different look. Can dress it up and dress it down. You really can do that with both of these bags quite a bit. This bag currently doesn't have anything in it. Let me just put something in here to give it a little bit more structure and definition so that it doesn't look like it's just like caving in on itself. It'll look a little bit better that way. And again, I'm wearing all black, so it is a little bit hard to tell when I have it right in front of my body, but very cute. More of a very specific purpose, simply an evening bag. Obviously, when I say an evening bag, you could also use it for lunch or brunch, but you're not going to hold a lot in it. So it's going to be for one event of that day. While if you were using either of these two bags, you could use them for more of the day because they're going to hold more. This Bottega holds less, obviously, than the Delight. It also holds less than the boy bag. The boy bag has more real estate in it, has one big pocket inside of it. And again, without that pillowy leather, you are going to have more room. Chanel does have a pillowy leather, and I have to say, I really do not like it. And whenever I'm in the Chanel boutique and someone is thinking about getting one of the pillowy leather bags, I'm like, you're making a mistake at that price point. Get something more classic or interesting. I don't like the Chanel puffy bag at all. Maybe after this one grows on me, I'll change my mind. But again, this is Although Bottega is not inexpensive, this bag is certainly less than the equivalent of the Chanel bag. So this style is the padded chain cassette bag in, let me see. So this bag is the padded chain cassette bag. I'm super happy. To be honest, I did not know that the chain was going to be all this chunky. And I am glad that it is because it will definitely differentiate. The chains help to differentiate these two bags. And then again, this is the Bottega in the Jody. So smaller, handheld, pretty singular purpose. But I'm psyched about this bag. I am going to use it tonight. I'm glad I opened it. I'm glad I got to spend this time with you. I am pretty obsessed with this bag already, I have to say. I remain obsessed with you. I am, of course, obsessed with all five of my dogs. And as always, I am totally obsessed with bags.